For all things health and fitness, this is the Army Gymnastics Podcast.
The Army Gymnastics Podcast.
Discover a fitter, healthier you at armygymnastics.com.
Welcome to the Army Gymnastics Podcast.
Great to be here.
Today we're diving into something really interesting. Why this sort of primal, almost animalistic way of moving is suddenly, well, everywhere.
Yeah, it's blowing up. And also how that connects, maybe surprisingly, to something called Zone 2 cardio.
Exactly. That's steady, kind of easy exercise that promises big things for endurance and fat burning.
That's right. It might seem like a bit of a leap, going from bear crawls to easy jogging.
Definitely.
But we've looked into the science, the movement, and we think you'll see how they're actually pretty connected.
And how they can maybe reshape your own fitness journey.
Totally.
If you're listening, you probably care about your health, your fitness. Maybe you've hit plateaus.
Or just gotten bored with the same old routine.
Yeah. Or maybe just overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice out there. It's a lot.
You get it.
So our goal today really is to simplify these ideas. Show you why they're getting so much attention.
And importantly, how they can actually benefit you, practically. Cut through the noise.
Actionable insights. That's the plan. So let's ground ourselves. What are we actually talking about with primal movement?
Well, at its core, it's about getting back to the fundamental ways our bodies are built to move.
Like how our ancestors moved.
Exactly. Think about those instinctive patterns, crawling, squatting, lunging, stuff essential for survival back then.
Right. Experts often talk about, 7 primal patterns?
Yeah, things like gait, just walking or running, hinging at the hips, like picking something up.
Squatting down, lunging.
Pushing, pulling, and rotating your torso. These aren't just isolated muscle things.
Full body. Functional.
Totally. Building strength and coordination for real life.
Okay, and then animal flow fits in how? Is it the same thing?
It's related, but more specific. It's a system created by Mike Fitch. Body weight based.
Right.
It takes those primal ideas and structures them into ground-based moves inspired by, animals.
Like apes, bears.
Bears, or beasts as they call them sometimes, crabs, even scorpions. And it's not just mimicking. They link these moves into fluid sequences. They call them flows.
Flows, okay.
Designed to build core strength, joint flexibility, and just better body awareness.
So it's like yoga meets breakdancing meets the zoo.
Huh. Yeah, kind of. There's definitely that flow element, the groundedness, and the animal agility inspiration.
What's cool is that both these approaches seem to share this idea of tapping into natural movement, right? And instead of just machines.
Absolutely. It's a return to something more fundamental. Movement was life for most of human history.
Yeah, you didn't go exercise. You just moved.
Yeah.
To hunt, gather, build.
And modern life, it's taken a lot of that away. We sit a lot.
So true. This trend feels like a reintroduction almost, like relearning how we're meant to move.
You see kids do it naturally, right? Squatting perfectly, crawling everywhere.
Yeah. Dr. Evan Peck at Cleveland Clinic talks about this. Our bodies are designed for these movements, squatting to gather, lunging to react.
Crawling to explore. It's baked in.
And animal flow specifically, Mike Fitch pulled from different places.
Yeah, he blended gymnastics, parkour, even breakdancing with these animal mimics. Started teaching it around 2011.
Interesting mix.
Promoting this idea of training like an animal to boost the human animal's capabilities. You see echoes in things like capoeira too.
That Brazilian martial art.
Yeah.
Very fluid.
Yeah, and Movnat, which is all about natural movement skills.
So doing a bear crawl isn't just exercise, it's deeper, connecting to something primal.
I think so. Daryl Edwards, who created Primal Play, calls it reconnecting with our natural selves. There's that back to nature vibe.
Which maybe explains why it's catching on now. What's driving this viral surge?
Well, honestly, a big part is probably just novelty. It's different from the usual gym grind.
Yeah, less repetitive.
Yeah.
More fun.
Definitely. There's a joy in doing a hand-foot crawl or an A-pop. You almost forget you're working out.
And social media has to be huge, right? TikTok.
Oh, absolutely. Those quadrupedal workout videos get millions of views. They look cool.
They do look pretty athletic and fluid.
That visual appeal is undeniable. You see it and think, maybe I could try that.
Plus, it's super accessible, isn't it? No fancy gear needed.
Exactly. Mostly body weight. You can start in your living room or a park.
That outdoor aspect probably helps too. People are exercising outside more.
Big time. Trading the gym for fresh air feels less like a chore, more like exploration.
And maybe the biggest thing is the results translate to real life, functional fitness.
That's a huge draw. We all want to carry groceries easier, play with kids without getting winded, get off the floor easily.
Things traditional isolation exercises don't always help with.
Right. These compound, primal movements build practical strength and mobility that you actually use.
And it fits that whole wellness trend too, right? Getting back to nature, like you said.
Yeah, connects with outdoor boot camps, even barefoot running ideas. It slots right in, encourages natural movement, often outdoors.
Okay, it sounds fun, looks cool, fits the trends. But what about the actual fitness benefits? Does moving like a bear really help?
Oh, definitely. Experts and emerging research point to a lot of good stuff. First off, mobility and flexibility.
How so?
Well, you're moving in multiple planes, not just forward and back, like, say, running or cycling. You're twisting, reaching, rotating.
Getting into joints that maybe get stiff?
Exactly. Crawling opens up shoulders and hips with those deep ape squats. Amazing for ankle and hip mobility. Super important if you sit a lot.
Counteracting the desk slouch.
Totally. There was even a study suggesting animal flow improved range of motion and flexibility.
Okay, mobility makes sense. What about strength? Just using body weight?
Yes, absolutely. These are inherently compound movements. They work multiple muscle groups at once.
You're not just isolating biceps.
Right. Think about a bear crawl, shoulders, arms, core, legs, all working together. Builds functional, full body strength.
Like dynamic planks or push-ups almost.
Kinda, yeah. Often requires more stability and coordination, too. Don't underestimate how tough even a short crawl can be.
I believe it. What else?
Better balance and coordination are huge. Being ground-based demands body control.
Moving opposite limbs, like in crawling.
Yeah, that contralateral movement is great for balance. Even holding a crab pose takes awareness.
Increases that kinesthetic sense, knowing where your body is.
Exactly, which can boost athletic performance and maybe even help prevent everyday stumbles. Less tripping over the rug.
Always a plus. And core strength, we hear about that all the time.
It's fundamental here. Your core is basically firing constantly to stabilize you in almost every move.
Animal flow really emphasizes that.
Yeah, maintaining core tension is key. This leads to a stronger midsection, better posture, maybe less back pain.
And it strengthens those little stabilizer muscles too.
Yeah.
Around shoulders and hips.
For sure. Creates a more integrated, connected feeling body. Think about a side kick through move, builds shoulder stability while moving.
Okay, so strength, mobility, balance, core. What about cardio? Endurance?
You might be surprised. Crawling, jumping within flows, it can get your heart rate up pretty well.
Like conditioning drills.
Yeah. That study we mentioned also found endurance improvements in the animal flow group. Build your capacity to sustain activity using just body weight.
And lastly, you mentioned fun, the mental side.
Huge. The playful aspect makes it enjoyable. You're more likely to stick with something you actually like doing.
True.
Many people find crawling and flowing kind of therapeutic. Brings back childhood freedom. It's a mental break from reps and sets.
Meditative, maybe.
Can be. The rhythmic flows can help clear your head, boost mood, reduce stress.
Okay, I'm sold on trying it. For someone listening, what are some specific moves they could start with?
Good question. The bear crawl or traveling beast is a great one. All fours, knees just off the ground, opposite arm-leg moves.
How does that work?
Core, shoulders, quads, coordination, bit of cardio too. Really foundational.
Yeah.
Then there's the crab walk. Facing up, hands and feet on the ground, walking backward or forward.
Right, I remember doing those as a kid.
Yeah. Great for shoulders, chest, arms, glutes, hamstrings, even wrist mobility. Ape squat and jump. Deep squat. Hands touch the ground. Little hop forward or sideways. Land back in the squat.
Sounds agile.
Good for hip ankle mobility, leg power, agility. Then the Frogger. Depth squat, hands down, hop feet back to plank, hopping back in.
Full body conditioner.
Definitely. Works legs, arms, core, hip flexibility. And maybe the scorpion reach. Start in plank, lift a leg, bend the knee, rotate, and reach that foot across your back.
Like a scorpion tail.
Yeah.
Cool. Good for it.
Spinal and hip mobility, activating the backside of your body, balance.
One more.
Loaded beast to front step or panther step. Start on all fours, then explosively step 1 foot forward outside your hand into a low lunge.
Build power.
Yeah, leg and core strength, hip mobility, explosive transitions, lots to play with.
It really sounds like a whole different language of movement. You said it's adaptable though, right? Good for beginners too.
Absolutely. That's a key strength. Beginners can just focus on the basic moves, body weight, maybe simpler versions.
Like just holding a squat. Or slow crawling.
Exactly. Dr. Peck mentioned it benefits all ages and fitness levels. Physical therapists even use basic crawls for rehab sometimes, rebuilding foundation.
But what about fit people? Can they still get
Oh,
challenged?
yeah. Highly scalable. Increase speed, intensity, complexity. Add explosive jumps, balance challenges, link moves into longer, trickier flows.
Athletes use it for cross-training.
Definitely. Improved mobility, agility, core strength in ways maybe their main sport doesn't hit. Can highlight weak spots.
Like those stabilizer muscles.
Exactly. Even fit people might find areas to improve. You could always make it harder, try bear crawling uphill.
Okay, makes sense. So for someone wanting to try, what's the safest way to start?
Start slow. Pick just one or two basic moves, like the bear crawl, and focus hard on form over speed.
Form first.
Always. Short sessions, maybe 5–10 minutes, could be part of a warm-up or active rest.
Resources.
Tons online. YouTube tutorials are great. Books, online programs. A class with a certified instructor is ideal for feedback if you can find one.
Prioritize form to avoid injury.
Absolutely crucial. Modify if needed. Knees down for bear crawl if you need to. Fists instead of flat hands if wrists bother you.
Listen to your body.
Yes. Avoid pushing through sharp pain. The idea is to explore, have fun, progress gradually, celebrate the small wins.
Okay, fascinating stuff on the primal side. Now let's completely switch gears, it feels like, to zone 2 cardio.
Yeah, seems like the polar opposite, right? Dynamic, varied movement versus steady, lower intensity.
But zone 2 is getting a lot of buzz too for endurance, fat burning.
Exactly. It might also be called LISS, low intensity steady state. And yeah, despite feeling relatively easy, the benefits for endurance and metabolic health are pretty significant.
So let's define it clearly. What is zone 2 cardio?
Simply put, it's aerobic exercise at about 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate.
Okay, how does that feel?
Your breathing's heavier than rest, but you should still be able to talk comfortably in full sentences. That's the key.
The talk test.
Yeah, it's a really reliable marker. If you can chat without gasping, you're likely in zone 2. It's often called the fat burning zone or the base for endurance.
Submaximal effort. Sustainable.
Right. You can keep it up for a good while, usually 30 minutes plus.
How do people figure out their specific heart rate range?
Well, there's a common formula. 208 minus 0.7 times your age gives an estimate of max heart rate.
Okay.
Then you take 60 to 70% of that number. So for a 4-year-old, max HR is maybe around 180. Zone 2 would be roughly 108 to 126 beats per minute.
Gotcha. Fitness trackers often do this now.
Yeah, many calculate zones for you and give real-time feedback. Or, like we said, just use the talk test. It works surprisingly well.
So what kinds of activities count as zone 2?
Lots of accessible stuff. Brisk walking, easy jogging, cycling at a leisurely pace.
Swimming, rowing.
Yeah, easy swimming, rowing at conversational pace, hiking on flatter terrain, using an elliptical, as long as you maintain that effort level.
Comfortably challenging, sustainable.
That's the key. If you're gasping, you've probably pushed past zone 2.
You mentioned different zones. How does zone 2 fit in?
Right, typically 5 zones. Zone 1 is super light, like a slow walk. Good for recovery, not much fitness gain on its own.
50–60% max heart rate.
Roughly. Then zone 2 are 60–70%, the sweet spot for fat burning and aerobic base building.
Okay. Then it gets harder.
Yep. Zones 3 and 4 are moderate to high intensity, maybe 70 up to 90% max HR. Zone 3, talking gets harder, burning more carbs. Zone 4 is tough, short sentences only, mostly carbs for fuel.
And zone 5.
Max effort. Sprinting, 90–100%. Can only hold it for very short bursts. Anaerobic.
So why the big focus on zone 2 specifically for endurance and fat burning? Why not push harder?
Good question. In zone 2, your body gets really good at using stored fat for fuel. It's the primary energy source at that intensity.
Whereas higher intensities burn more carbs.
Exactly. They deplete your glycogen stores faster. So zone 2 is literally the fat-burning zone from a fuel perspective.
And it's easier on the body.
That's the other big piece. It's less stressful. You can do more of it, more often, with lower risk of injury or overtraining compared to constant high-intensity stuff.
Sustainable.
Right. Builds that base. The idea is go slow to eventually go fast. A common mistake is pushing easy days too hard, creeping into zone 3.
And you miss the specific benefits of both zones then.
Pretty much. You don't get the max fat oxidation of zone 2, and you don't get the threshold pushing benefits of zone 34, plus recovery suffers.
Makes sense. So digging into benefits, you mentioned fat burning and metabolic health.
Huge benefits there. Training your body to use fat efficiently in zone 2 helps you burn more fat overall, even when you're not exercising.
Helps with weight management.
Potentially, yes. And it's shown to improve insulin sensitivity, which is crucial for metabolic health. Research also links it to better cholesterol profiles, raising the good HDL and blood sugar control.
And endurance. How does slow work make you faster or last longer?
It's all about building the aerobic engine. Zone 2 stimulates the growth of mitochondria in your muscle cells.
The energy factories.
Exactly. More mitochondria and more efficient ones mean your muscles get better at using oxygen to produce energy. It also increases capillary density, more tiny blood vessels supplying oxygen.
Bigger engine, better fuel delivery.
You got it. Leads to more stamina, ability to sustain effort longer, and a bigger aerobic base actually supports higher intensity performance too, raises your ceiling. Dr. Inigo Santillan really emphasizes Zone 2 for mitochondrial health.
What about heart health specifically?
Fantastic for the cardiovascular system. It strengthens the heart muscle, improves circulation, all without excessive strain.
Lower blood pressure, lower resting heart rate over time.
Often, yes. Makes each heartbeat more efficient, increases cardiac output. It's strongly linked to reduced risk of heart disease, stroke.
And helps with blood lipids, inflammation.
Yeah, triggers favorable changes there too. Longevity experts often point to Zone 2 as key for healthy aging.
And you said it's low stress, high consistency. Good for recovery.
Precisely. It's enough stimulus for gains, but gentle enough for relatively quick recovery. You can often do it frequently, even daily for some, without overtraining.
Good for active recovery days.
Ideal. Less muscle soreness, lower injury risk compared to pounding out high intensity all the time. That promotes consistency, which is key for long-term progress.
Okay, so for listeners wanting to implement this, practical tips. How to do it right.
Best way is a heart rate monitor. Keep it in that 60-70% range. But learning the feel moderate effort, easy conversation is also very effective.
Slow down if HR creeps up or talking gets hard.
Yep. Aim for at least 30-minute sessions, maybe a few times a week. Work towards that 150 minutes total workly goal for general health.
Beginners start shorter.
Sure, 15-20 minutes is fine. Gradually increase duration, consistency over intensity, especially at first.
Common pitfalls to avoid.
Biggest one is accidentally going too hard, ending up in Zone 3. Really focus on keeping it easy, conversational. Don't worry if the pace feels slow.
It's not about speed in Zone 2.
Exactly. Also, don't only do Zone 2. You still need strength training, maybe occasional higher intensity for a balanced program. And listen to your body. It should feel invigorating, not draining.
What do coaches or experts say about fitting it into a plan?
Many use the 80-20 rule as a guideline. About 80% of training time at low intensity, Zone 1 to 2, 20% at higher intensity.
Even elites do that.
Especially elites. They build massive aerobic bases with tons of low-intensity work that supports their hard sessions and races.
Oh, for a beginner.
Start simple. Brisk walking is great. Focus on time and zone, consistency. Choose activities you actually enjoy. Makes it sustainable.
It's amazing how these two things, dynamic, primal moves and steady, easy cardio, both offer so much.
They really do. Primal's functional strength and mobility complement Zone 2's endurance and metabolic benefits beautifully. Different but important puzzle pieces.
So for everyone listening, maybe think about how elements of both could fit your goals, your interests. Fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Definitely not. It can be exploration, play, sustainable effort.
Yeah. Consider this. How could reconnecting with natural movement and prioritizing that consistent lower intensity work, how could that unlock something new for you?
What inner beast or what sustainable pace might be your next step towards being stronger, healthier, more resilient?
Great thought to end on. Thanks so much for breaking all this down today.
My pleasure.
For expert fitness advice and personalized plans, visit armygymnastics.com/years go-to resource to reach your goals. Start your journey today at armygymnastics.com.
Thanks for listening. For all things health and fitness, subscribe to our newsletter today. Find out more at armygymnastics.com.